I wish I could forewarn you of what is to come, and what is at stake. Show them no mercy!
Hey guys, it's kcosmic here, and I'm back with another wonderful video. Today I'm going to do another episode of my reviewing series, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at the zombie map Alpha Omega. From what I can gather, some people like this map and other people hate it like me, but saying that, there are some good things I like about the map. The way the review works is that I start off with the good, and then we move on to the bad, and then I let you know my thoughts, and if the game or map is worth your time. So with that said, let's explore Alpha Omega.
There is more to this facility than meets the eye.
Primary systems offline.
Starting things off, there are some good things about the map. I don't think the map's absolutely god awful. It's my least favorite map, but there are good things about it. The first thing I really like about it is how they've done with the characters. You got Primus and Ultimus, and you can kind of interlink what characters you are. So sometimes you start off with Ultimus Richthofen and Ultimus Dempsey, Ultimus Nikolai, and then maybe Primus Takio. And they can kind of switch around like that. And there is quite a lot of funny dialogue. I will say there's one thing the map isn't lacking in is a bit of humor, which I think we've been lacking a bit since probably like Black Ops 1 sort of days. And to be honest, I've always thought like it'd be good if they do something like this, but I don't think they'd actually do it because it's so much work for the voice actors to do. I'm pretty sure they said that there are so many lines they had to rehearse in an interview, and it would have been so much work for them as well to do this, so we can appreciate that about the map, I think. And another thing I do like about the map is Rushmore. For those of you that don't know, Rushmore is a computer system inside the map that talks to you and helps you kind of through the quest. And he's also a really good way of getting rewards in the game. If you know some of the codes in the map, you can get things like max ammos and things like that. You just go up to him and interact with him, type in the code, and there you go. So overall, I think Rushmore is a pretty cool guy, and I think he's quite funny as well. Again, going back to the funny, like we were talking about with the characters before, there is a lot of humor in this map, and Rushmore is, you know, pretty funny as well. That being said, folk, there is one more thing I kind of like to go over, and it's something really small and kind of stupid. The Galvanicles make a return. They're nothing special, but it kind of brings back memories from like transit and, you know, things like that. So playing with friends, you know, when we didn't all hate the map. So now that the good's out of the way, you know exactly what that means.
Get down!
Okay, so now that we're in the bad, let's just address the elephant in the room. We have seen Nuketown 5 different times before Alpha Omega. Once in BO, twice in BO2, once in BO3, in BO4 multiplayer, in Blackout, so that's 5 times. And you know what? All Alpha Omega is just a copy and paste from Blackout. That is all it is. And now before I go further in this point, I know it's not necessarily the zombies team's fault. I know that they didn't really have a choice in this, and they kind of had to resort to this just because of how the game was doing, and Blackout was the main priority of Black Ops 4. But the fact that this map is just reuse assets is a tragedy. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like BO2 Nuketown Zombies, but in BO2 Nuketown Zombies, it wasn't trying to contemplate for a whole DLC. It was just a side bonus map you got, like the Giant. And if we're comparing Alpha Omega to the other 3rd DLC maps we got, you can compare it to Buried, you can compare it to Go Rod, you can compare it to even Shangri-La, which some people really hate, but at least Shangri-La isn't just reuse asset, and we haven't seen it like 50 times before we get to play it again for the 500th time. Another thing I hate about the map, and I feel like this is just me, is the color scheme. I do not like how this map looks. Is it just me, or does the map look gross? Please tell me in the comments. I've said this in a video before, and there's never been a map that's made me want to be sick. Just the way it looks. There's something about the colors that are so plain and boring, and it's the only map that really stands out with this problem in BO4. Even though the maps don't look as good as the maps in BO3, a lot of them do look okay. Like, give it to Voyage or Ancient Evil looks amazing, and even Tagged or Toten looks beautiful. Tagged or Toten could hold up to a BO3 map, but Alpha Omega, could it even hold up to a Black Ops 1 map? I really don't know. I don't think so, because it just looks so disgusting. Like, next time you play the map, really look at it. Really look at the map. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get on to my next point, and that is going to be the enemies on this map. Now, we have normal zombies, we have infected zombies, we have dogs, we have Nova Crawlers, and we have Jolting Jacks. There's 5 enemies on this map, right? And this would be fine if it was something that was a bit wider, like maybe Ascension or something where you can train and you have space to move around. But the problem with Nuketown is that it's so close quarters that even with just normal zombies, I don't think you could have a fun experience with this map. In BO2 it's different because the zombie mechanics work differently. But in this game, not happening. And talking about enemy types, another thing I hate in this map is Pack-a-Punch, because it's such a goddamn tedious task to do. You first have to turn on main power, then you have to go down to the generator down below, and if you're in a team of 4 and you're playing with randoms and one of them ain't in the room, you're not doing Pack-a-Punch because all 4 of you have to be in the room to activate this button. And once you've all made it in the room, there's a 1-minute timer of just these Nova crawlers that infect other zombies to sprint faster and have more health. And once you've done this, you're one step closer to getting Pack-a-Punch. Now you need to go around all the map and find the houses that have gas leaks and clear the filters off the fans, and there's 4 of these. And each time you do this, a horde of them steroid zombies come after you and they whack you so fast that you're probably going to go down. And there's 4 of these, remember, right? And once you do the 4 of these, well done, you've gotten Pack-a-Punch. Well, don't enjoy it for too long, because 5 minutes later the game is probably just going to put more gunk in the fans, because that's what's in the fans when you get them set up. So Pack-a-Punch doesn't even stay around for long. Sure, it doesn't move around the map, so it's not as bad as Blood where you're going back and forth. But comparing this to Blood's Pack-a-Punch, right, I would much rather Blood's over this. I don't know why Pack-a-Punching has to be such a tedious task. Why can't we just have it once we turn on the power? Or like Blood where there's little side quests thing you have to do, like with a shield or something. That isn't as bad as this where it's just constant and tediously fixing the fan things or whatever they are just to get Pack-a-Punch. It's just annoying and not fun. Like, who thought it was a good idea to do this? Oh yeah, you want a Pack-a-Punch? Oh, well do these 50 steps. And then when you've done them, don't worry, because there's more. Because all you have to do is wait 5 minutes, and then Pack-a-Punch will be off again. You get to go fix it again, because that's what the players want. Maybe it's just me that hates Alpha Omega this much. I never really thought of it. But anyway, now we're going to go to my last point, and this being the ray guns. Now, before I appreciate that there's a good variety of wonder weapons in this map, I think they're all lazy and kind of look stupid, the effects that come out. If these effects come out of like something like staffs or something, I think it'll look fine, but especially like the explosion one, this is the one I'm more targeting than the rest. It just looks dumb coming out of a ray gun. I know there's some that look perfectly normal, but that one and the infinite ammo one, even though it's cool, I think it just looks dumb coming out of a ray gun. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. But I do know people do like that, so that's more just a personal thing I have against it. And you know what, I lied. I have one more point. The Easter egg, I do not like it. It's not that hard, but I just don't have fun doing it. It's just boring. I don't think there've been a good Easter egg since, like, to be honest, Drak, or even Zetsubo. Or, you know, I know people like Gorod, but I just see Gorod as like a better version of Blood's Easter egg where there's like a bunch of tasks to do. Anyway, finally, that's going to get off my chest. That's us done with the bad. So now I'm just going to go into my thoughts and tell you what I think of the map and if it's worth your time.
You really think you can contain me?
Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I don't think anyone should play this map. If you made me choose between this or Transit that's 100 times bigger and the bus is 100 times slower, then give me the jet gun because I'm playing Transit. I am going to be serious for a second though. If you ever have like an urge to play this map just because you're curious, there are good aspects of it. So I can't promise you that there is some content there that is somewhat enjoyable, but I still believe that you shouldn't waste your time with this map. And hey, that's it for this review. Do you agree with what I say, or do you like the map? Nevertheless, leave your comments down below, your opinion or what you thought of the video. And also tell me what game or map I should do next. Drop a like if you enjoyed, sub if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.